Matches Balone. Hey guys, Matches Balone here, bringing you guys another DC Toy Box TV review. Today we're going to be looking at the Rock Candy Batgirl vinyl figure. Okay, so like always guys, before we get into the actual figure review, I do want to go over the packaging. As you can see, this is an open window box, so we do get to see a glimpse of the figure inside. Up top we get the Rock Candy logo as well as vinyl collectible. Then on the bottom we do get a Batgirl logo. Now what's really cool is that this is the modern day Batgirl. So her Batgirl logo is very different from the classic Batgirl logo. So I really like that. It really helps differentiate the two different figures. So that is really cool. On the side, we do kind of get this shattered design where there is a matte black and then this glossy black over it. And then right here, we do get a supersize of that new modern day Batgirl logo. Looks really cool. I believe this is the logo that is currently used on the comics. On the back, we do get a bigger image of the same figure inside, as well as the rest of the figures in this Rock Candy lineup. And right there, you do get to see a glimpse of the classic Batgirl. I do have her, so we will be comparing both of them. But it's really cool. Just right off the bat, you could see how different they are from one another. Up top, we do get a Rock Candy logo with vinyl collectible. Collect all of the DC Comics Rock Candy figures. On the bottom, again, we see that new Batgirl logo with a Warner Bros. Logo, a Funko logo, as well as a DC Comics logo. Then on the other side, again, continuing with this kind of shattered design of the matte black and glossy black on top, we do get these bubbles showing some more of the figures inside of this lineup, as well as another DC Comics logo. Then up top, once again, continue with that kind of shattered design of the matte black and glossy black over it. We do get a Rock Candy logo, vinyl collectible, Batgirl logo, Funko logo, and a DC Comics logo right there in the corner. Then in the bottom, we just pretty much get manufacturing details with a Funko logo, made in Vietnam, barcode, and some of Funko's social media contacts if you guys want to go follow them. But that is pretty much it for the packaging. I'm going to get her out of her box and then we can check her out. Okay guys, here we have modern Batgirl out of her packaging. Now before we get into the figure review, I do want to say these are two separate pieces. So out of the box you will get the figure as well as this kind of stand for her. Batgirl does a pretty good job of standing up straight. So this base just kind of helps her stabilize it, so even if you were to shake it, she won't be wobbling or tipping over. So I am very happy that Funko gave us these kind of little bases. It is just a clear plastic with some peg holes, so nothing, stylized there, but still really glad that they gave us this. Now this is the modern day Batgirl, so this is the suit that you can currently find her wearing in the Batgirl comics. It looks really good. This is a vinyl figure and it's very stylized, so it's not going to be, a quote-unquote one-to-one representation of her in the comics, but I think it still looks really cool. I really like the designs of these figures. I like the stance they've been putting them. It screams out girl's attitude, right? And she doesn't have that much of a sassy take on her, but she looks really prepared, especially with that battering in her hand that is molded and sculpted to her hand, so you cannot remove it. But it looks really cool. So this is the suit that she's wearing in the comics. So this is pretty much, I would say this is kind of like a biker suit, right? It is pretty much the leather pants with the jacket on top. She has these kind of boots on, so it's really cool. Her utility belt is kind of like this big strap with some pouches on the side and this big pouch right here hugging her leg. We do get to see that she is wearing her signature gloves, again, with that battering in hand. I like that they even sculpted in some of the zipper ties right here. You could see some of the streamlines of the suit itself. It's not that that defined, but they are there, they are sculpted. And what I really like is that up here we do get another zipper tab, and you do kind of see where the zipper would go if this was a real jacket. So that is really cool. I do love that they still continued it right here on her bat logo. So that's really cool. Same thing with her straps. You do kind of see the different like buckles, you know. So that's really cool. I love her cape. Her cape is pretty much stuck to her back. You do see there is some give right there, but it is pretty much kind of so tightly streamed down her. You're not gonna see too much, but I do like that they did put the yellow inside with the black cape on the outside. I think those are really cool design capes. I like her mask. You know, it looks really cool. It is pretty much just a top of her head. The bottom half is exposed right there, as you can see, with her jawline. And she does have these big kind of like eye holes to see her eyes right there. We do kind of get her sculpted ears with her hair flowing down, so it looks really nice, looks really awesome. You can't see too much detail on the back, but you do see that they continue the paint job within her pants, as well as continue to design her boots. And also what I like right here is that even though this is all the way down to the base, you do see it was designed to kind of have this heel a little higher than the other one. So that's really cool. She does have these kind of more sculpting designs in her boots. It is kind of hard to make out, but they are there, so that is pretty cool. I do like the yellow on these. You know, they look really good. Uh, you know, it just looks really awesome. I don't know why, but I think, you know, looking at the figure straight on, the yellow right here, right? It kind of looks more orange to me. You're not going to be really able to pick it up on the camera lens. It just looks, you know, yellow across. But to me, for some reason, it does look a little orange. So that's a little weird, but overall, it still looks really cool. Um, I think the colors, they're applied really good, but it is a little darker than what I would have liked. But then again, that is kind of, you know, the design of the suit and the design of the comics. I think they're kind of lighting up her suit come DC Rebirth, but I would have liked a much more lighter purple with the standard yellow. Whilst right here, you know, the suit looks more of a dark blue, even though in the camera lens it looks just like a standard blue. You know, it's kind of really weird, and it's like these really little nitpicks. It's not that big of a deal, right? Overall, she looks really good. I also like that they do put these kind of like clamps where her cape would attach, so that's really awesome. You know, overall, I don't have a lot of gripes. The only few that I have is kind of like because these are mass produced, she right out of her box she did have these kind of like little smudges around her. It's not that big of a deal because you know these are vinyl figures, and you know you're just gonna pretty much put them on your desk or on your shelf or wherever you put your figures, and she's just gonna look good. And from a distance, she definitely looks good. But when you kind of get up close and you start looking at them, you can kind of notice all these like weird I don't even know how to describe them, right? They almost look like if she had grease on them and like grease stains. So it looks weird in that sense, and I am disappointed in there. You could still see there is some type of like, right on this figure there was some type of like weird powder, like white powder, and I did, you know, I managed to clean it off, but like some of these little edges you could still see there's there. So it is a disappointing given the fact that this is a brand new figure out of the box, but you know what can you do? This is mass produced, so. I don't have too many gripes on that. Overall, I do like the figure. I do like her stance. I do like the suit itself and how they color it. You know, it just I don't you know I don't really know. It's just overall it's okay. Right now, I'm gonna bring you guys the classic Batgirl from the Rock Candy. Um, and I pretty much like her just a little bit more, just because first of all she has a more sassy look to herself, and I like that her colors are a lot more vibrant. You know, and you can clearly see that right off the bat, right here. You know, she just looks a lot brighter compared to her. Of course, you know it's the different generations back then. comic books used to be a lot lighter, and now they have a much darker tone to them. But still, overall, they look, they look awesome, especially next to each other. I prefer more the brighter colors compared to the more darker colors. But still, Batgirl looks awesome, whichever one you decide, classic or modern. So that is pretty cool. Gonna give you guys a little bit of a turn, so you can kind of see, how, what I really like is that she has a longer cape and her hair is a little more curled, while she has straighter hair and she has a much shorter cape. And then what's really cool is also, she has the full mask, right? It comes down to her neck. It is a whole cowl attached to the cape. While here, this is more of almost like, I want to say, a helmet piece, because we do see the I guess, turtleneck of her jacket, and then her jawline is exposed with the cape attached. So it is kind of cool and kind of interesting to see how her suit has changed over the years. This is a more, I want to say, a more realistic take if somebody were to become a superhero today. Whilst this is just, copying what Batman has. And again, continuing the comparison, we do have the Batman v Superman Wonder Woman rock candy figure. And right here, you can clearly see these are pretty much all on the same height. They do belong with one another. You can clearly see that with kind of the design of the figures, how they're stylized. They all pretty much have the same kind of cartoony, I guess, form. But yeah, they look good. If you guys are really going to invest in rock candy and collect this line, I think having them all, it's just going to really look really awesome. But that's pretty much it, guys. There's not much more I can say about Batgirl. She is, she's just really cool. So far she is, or I guess she's not, but I do like that they did give her this accessory of the Batarang. She just looks like she's ready to throw it at someone. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Comment down below with any of you guys' thoughts and opinions. Do you guys like the modern Batgirl compared to the classic Batgirl? Have you guys already collected rock candy? If you guys haven't, are you guys interested and you guys gonna start? Like the video, you guys like it, dislike if you didn't, and subscribe, and look forward to more videos, guys. Thanks. Laters.